This is a video showing you how to make a herb bed in your garden. Most of the tools here you'll find in your garden shed, apart from perhaps the djembe, which you'll see in action later. All the herbs we selected today are great for the wildlife, but also good for your kitchen too. Here you can see it's a typical example of a Lockley's garden that's been left to go a bit wild, so we've got quite a lot of brambles coming in here. We selected a manageable area to cut back, but still leaving plenty of bramble scrub. Removing this bramble will actually increase diversity of plant life in the garden and be good for the wildlife. So once you've cut the bramble back, there's two ways to get rid of the repeated growth. You can either dig out all the roots or do repeated cutting to suck the energy out of the brambles. We then placed some timbers that our resident actually just had lying around to hand. You could also purchase some or get them on Facebook Marketplace. We placed them out, selecting the location for the herb bed, somewhere that will get plenty of sun, but also somewhere that was accessible. In the area we'd selected, we then dug out all of the roots of all the pernicious weeds, ensuring that we don't have any growing back. We made sure we got rid of all the roots that we possibly could. Here's the djembe in action, which is a tool from Africa, which was actually really effective at getting rid of all the roots, but forks and spades worked well too. Here's a horsetail, which seems to do really well in Bristol, and it's quite hard to get rid of, but we actually managed to dig out most of the roots here. We might have left a couple of the small roots because they're quite stringy, but the mulch should help suppress that, and we'll just weed out any regrowth. We didn't actually use any screws or nails. We simply dug the timbers in place and shored them up using the soil we dug out. We then used some cardboard for mulch. Use ink-free cardboard and remove all the tape to ensure that what you're putting into the ground is biodegradable. We then cut holes for the location of our herbs. Now you can see here we've got thyme, we've got chives, we've got chamomile, all different flowering herbs that will be good for wildlife but good in your kitchen too. We then chose the placement of our herbs with taller ones towards the back and shorter ones at the front, and then put sticks in to mark the location of our holes so that we can plant them after we've put the compost mulch on. So the cardboard mulch layer will suppress any weed growth and keep the moisture in. The compost mulch will do the same, but it will also break down and provide nutrients for our herbs. Once we had chosen the placement of our herbs, we then planted them in, ensuring that they're all spaced evenly. And then these are all, like I said, these will all be great for wildlife, great for the pollinators. And then all that was needed now is to water them in and then sit back, relax, and watch them grow.